Welcome back to the channel, folks. Today we're diving deep into one of Auckland's most fascinating suburbs, Mount Eden. This area isn't just known for its stunning views and historic charm, it's also home to Eden Park, New Zealand's most iconic stadium. Whether you're considering moving here or just curious about what makes Mount Eden tick, this video is for you. We'll explore its history, its highlights, and even some of its downsides. So stick around for an in-depth look at why Mount Eden is such an exciting suburb. Hi, I'm Grant Hackett, proud owner of Smart Sale Real Estate. Let's start with the history. Mount Eden is one of the Auckland's oldest and most significant areas. Its Maori name means Mountain of the Wā tree, a native tree that once thrived in the area. The suburb is named after the volcanic cone that dominates its landscape, which erupted around 28,000 years ago. This volcano is one of the many that makes up the Auckland volcanic field, and its deep crater and steep slopes have become iconic features of the suburb. The area was originally settled by the Maori people, who built a pā, or fortified village, on the summit. This provided a strategic lookout point with views stretching across the isthmus, making it a valuable defensive position. The fertile volcanic soil also made the surrounding land ideal for growing crops. When European settlers arrived in the mid-19th century, Mount Eden began to transform. The area was subdivided and it quickly became a desirable place for Auckland's emerging middle class. Many of the beautiful villas you see today date back to this period, reflecting the Victorian and Edwardian architectural styles of the time. As Auckland grew, so did Mount Eden. The suburb became increasingly residential, but it retained much of its original charm. The streets are lined with mature trees, and many of the original homes have been lovingly preserved or restored, giving the area a timeless quality. So what makes Mount Eden so special? Let's talk about the features that set this suburb apart. Mount Eden Summit. First and foremost, we have to mention the Mount Eden Summit. Standing at 196 metres tall, it's the highest natural point in Auckland. The views from the top are nothing short of breathtaking. You can see the city skyline, both harbours, and on a clear day, even as far as the Waitakere Ranges. The summit is a popular spot for both locals and tourists, offering a tranquil escape from the hustle and bustle below. We can't talk about Mount Eden without highlighting Eden Park. This is New Zealand's most famous sports stadium, and it holds a special place in the hearts of many Kiwis. Eden Park has been the stage for countless iconic moments in sports history, particularly rugby and cricket. From hosting the Rugby World Cup to thrilling Bledisloe Cup matches, this stadium is the hub of excitement and pride for both the suburb and the nation. The presence of Eden Park adds a unique energy to Mount Eden. On game days, the whole suburb buzzes with anticipation as thousands of fans flood in to watch the action. For sports enthusiasts, living near Eden Park is a dream come true. However, this proximity can be a double-edged sword, as we'll discuss later. Mount Eden Village is the heart of the suburb, and it's packed with character. The village is a vibrant mix of cafes, boutique shops, and restaurants. Whether you're after a perfectly brewed coffee, a unique piece of art, or some gourmet food, you'll find it here. The village has a strong sense of community, with regular events, markets, and festivals that bring people together. Mount Eden is also a hub for Auckland's creative community. It's home to several galleries, theatres, and music venues. The iconic Power Station, one of Auckland's most famous live music venues, is located here, drawing in big names from both New Zealand and overseas. There's always something happening in Mount Eden, whether it's a live gig, an art exhibition, or a theatre performance. For families, Mount Eden is a prime spot because of its excellent schools. The suburb is zoned for some of Auckland's top primary and secondary schools, including Auckland Grammar and Epsom Girls Grammar School. These schools have a reputation for academic excellence, making Mount Eden highly sought after by families wanting the best education for their children. It's called the Double Grammar Zone. Despite being so close to the city centre, Mount Eden has plenty of green spaces. The volcanic cone itself is surrounded by parkland, perfect for walking, running, or just relaxing. There are also several other parks and reserves scattered throughout the suburb, providing ample space for recreation. However, no suburb is perfect, and Mount Eden does have its downsides. Let's explore what it might be missing. One of the biggest complaints from residents is the traffic congestion, especially during peak hours. Mount Eden's narrow, winding streets, while charming, were not designed for modern traffic levels. This can make getting in and out of the suburb a bit of a challenge. Parking is also an issue, particularly in the village area and around Eden Park on game days. With so many people visiting the cafes, shops and the stadium, finding a parking spot can be a frustrating experience. Another downside is the cost of living. Mount Eden is one of Auckland's more expensive suburbs, with property prices well above the city's average. The charm and amenities come at a cost, and this can make it difficult for first-time buyers to enter the market here. Even renting can be pricey, with demand often outstripping supply. While Mount Eden is relatively close to the city centre, public transport options are somewhat limited. There are buses, but they can be infrequent, especially outside of peak times. Mount Eden train station is nearby, but for many residents, it's still a bit of a walk. This reliance on cars exacerbates the traffic and parking issues. Another point worth mentioning is the lack of retail diversity. Whilst the village has a great selection of boutique shops, it doesn't offer much in the way of anything practical for everyday shopping. For larger grocery runs and more mainstream shopping needs, residents often have to travel to neighbouring suburbs. Now, let's just touch on the darker side of Mount Eden. No suburb is without its flaws, and it's important we look at these as well. Mount Eden, whilst it's generally considered a very safe suburb, it isn't immune to crime. Like many other inner city areas, it has seen issues with petty crime, particularly car break-ins and occasional burglaries. The proximity to the city centre means that it can attract some unsavoury elements, especially at night. While crime rates aren't alarmingly high, it's something residents need to be aware of. Another issue is gentrification. As more people move into the area and property values rise, there's a risk of Mount Eden losing some of its unique character. The pressure to modernise and develop can sometimes come at the cost of the suburb's historic charm. There's been concern amongst residents that some of the older homes and buildings are being replaced with modern developments that don't fit with the traditional aesthetic of the area. Finally, there's the issue of noise. Being close to the city and having a bustling village and Eden Park means that Mount Eden can be quite noisy, especially on weekends and during major events at the stadium. The sounds of traffic, nightlife, and even the occasional concert or sports event at Eden Park can be heard throughout the suburb. For those seeking a quieter life, this might be a downside. So, does Mount Eden offer value for money? The answer really depends on what you're looking for. If you value being close to the city, having access to excellent schools, enjoying a vibrant community atmosphere, and being near New Zealand's most iconic stadium, then Mount Eden could well be worth every single penny that you pay for it. The suburb offers a mix of historic charm and modern amenities that's hard to find elsewhere in Auckland. The views from the summit of Mount Eden, the quality of life, the excitement of Eden Park on game days, and the strong community vibe make Mount Eden a truly unique place to live. However, if you're on a tight budget or looking for a quieter, more suburban lifestyle, then Mount Eden might not be the best fit. The high property prices, traffic congestion, noise from events at Eden Park, and occasional crime might outweigh the benefits for some people. It's a suburb that's best suited to those who appreciate its unique mix of urban and suburban living and are willing to pay a premium for it. In conclusion, Mount Eden is undoubtedly one of Auckland's most exciting and desirable suburbs. It offers a unique blend of history, culture, and modern living, making it a great place to call home. But like any suburb, it's not without its challenges. Whether it's right for you will depend on your priorities and your lifestyle. Thanks for watching. If you found this deep dive into Mount Eden helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. If you value being close to the city, having access to excellent schools, enjoying a vibrant community atmosphere, and being near New Zealand's most iconic stadium, then Mount Eden could be worth every penny. The suburb offers a mix of historic charm and modern amenities that's hard to find elsewhere in Auckland. The views from the summit, the quality of life, the excitement of Eden Park on game days, and the strong community vibe will make Mount Eden a truly unique place to live. This is Grant Hackett, Smart Sale Real Estate, signing off.